This is the Gribley's Folly Sunday Antisocial Hour, that time each week when I normally smoke my pipe and complain about humanity while answering all of its questions. However, I am still sick. I'm still sick after last week's Sunday Anti-Social didn't even show up to answer your questions. And I thought that I would be, my pipe smoking question answering mojo would be running high this morning, but it's not. I will not be smoking a pipe with you this morning, and because I can't smoke a pipe, I don't want any of you to smoke a pipe either. If you're already smoking a pipe to watch the Sunday, I want you to dunk it in your coffee, right? Put that pipe out in solidarity with me. Let's get to the complaining, shall we? We live in a society that put a man on the moon, and we can't come up with a better way to dispense kerosene that doesn't leave me sitting in a pool of kerosene next to my lit kerosene heater making a video for you. This is the kind of dedication I have to this channel. I might become a sick human torch at any moment just for your entertainment. I don't know what's worse. What's worse is that because of this illness, by the way, I'm 10 days in. 10 days. I went on a walk today. My ears are so stopped up that I could not hear my footfalls on the pavement. And so I had this like weird dissociative episode where because everybody is super quiet. Everybody's inside. There's no dogs barking or anything. And I'm just like moving through the world with no sound. And then I'm thinking, is this really happening? Like, am I dreaming this where there's no sound? What is going on? I finally got to the gravel and I could hear my feet in the gravel. It was okay. It was okay. Anyway, I'm 10 days in. My wife was 10 days into this cold or whatever it is. I don't think it's just a cold. It's got to be some other super cold thing. When she was prescribed antibiotics and steroids, and I got nobody to prescribe me anything. So I will be drinking some Famous Grouse Scotch whiskey. It's good. Good. But the deal is I will not even be drinking coffee with you because it has become very hard for me to sleep. And so I don't want to exacerbate that with coffee. So this is other than the alcohol, this is a very straight edge Sunday antisocial, and it's fitting that our first, excuse me. It's fitting that our first, that was a bit of an overpour. Well, whatever. Black Stan has a fitting first question. By the way, Black Stan, every time I see you comment, I think of Black Phillip, the goat that's actually the devil in the movie The Witch. Did I just spoil the whole movie? Sorry. Okay. Ask Gribbs, sorry to hear you're sick, thank you. Get well soon. My question is, do you inhale the tobacco smoke from your pipe in the same way a cigarette smoker does? If not, then do some pipe smokers? If yes, then it must be a tremendous health hazard to inhale smoke in the same way as cigarettes. And they are filter tip. Just curious. Cheers from the UK. So here's my thought on this. Let me matter of fact answer to your question. No, I do not. I will occasionally French inhale. I'm not sure why they call it that, but it is when you allow the smoke to drift out of your mouth and you inhale through your nose and you sort of fill your diseased sinus cavities with the smoke, and that I find is there's another term for it that it moves the smoke to parts of your mouth that you normally would not get smoky if you were not doing that. So yes, you're inhaling a little bit technically, but you're not like taking a draw of something into your lungs the way that cigarette smokers do. And I have never been a cigarette smoker. And so I don't quite understand that experience. Excuse me. Cheers. It's good. It's good. Not great, but it's good. It was a Christmas gift that I specifically asked for because I wanted to try new cheap whiskeys, and it's growing on me a little bit. There's not much to it, but what there is good. Put it like that. Damned by faint praise. All right. I find that I'm a nicotine lightweight. So if when I am smoking fast, when I'm working on something, I'm like typing, I'm smoking like a freight train. I'm probably inhaling more, and that is when I will get a bigger nicotine hit. To use the parlance of our times, I think nicotine meth pipe. What I don't. What do you call it when you are specifically pursuing the inebriation of a drug? Crack. I'm just injecting nicotine into my veins at that point, basically. However, I mean, you're asking this question, so I'm assuming you're a pipe smoking newbie. Everybody else will know this. Nicotine is not that bad for you. I mean, it's not great for you, but it's kind of like caffeine in that, yeah, it's a stimulant. It's a mild stimulant. It's not like cocaine or anything. And it's addictive. Excuse me. A little more. I gotta wet my palate here. Nicotine is addictive as hell, but it's not that bad for you. The bad stuff is in all the other crap that's in tobacco smoke, and the really bad stuff. This is opinion. This is not something I've ever researched, but the additives to cigarettes. That's the really bad stuff. And I think, and again, this may be an urban legend, but I believe that chewing tobacco has additives that make it more addictive, things like that. The question essentially comes down to, is it worth the health risk to smoke a pipe? And I have considered this long and hard, and I have decided that yes, it is. Pipe smokers, from the information that I have received, pipe smokers are really, really not taking a very big risk. It's terrible to say something like that, right? Next video, I'm going to be missing my lip from cancer. Lip and mouth cancers, throat cancers are the bigger risks. We don't have the associations with heart problems and lung problems that cigarette smokers do. I'm not saying it's good for you or that it's not harmful, but I think that there are other more harmful things than in my life, such as the way that I eat, which has been the topic of some interesting videos lately, and we'll continue. There's a lot of stuff going behind the scenes going on that. By the way, Typing Piper had another kid. Can we talk about that for a minute? Congratulations, Typing Piper. I don't know why you'd want more than one. We had our one, and we were like, whoa, okay, that's enough. 3 cheers to Typing Piper for keeping this species alive. David, 35445, Ask Ribs, being sick sucks, but fun in a way too. Have you seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off? In what way is being sick fun? I haven't, anyway. What pickup are you running in your Telecaster? I would have brought it down here, but I'm lazy. So if you guys want me to do more guitar videos, I will be happy to do those because I'm pretty into playing guitar right now. But I've done a video in the past on that guitar, and it needs to be updated. So that Telecaster that I used in last week's Sunday Anti-Notional is a Squier Classic Vibe, 50s Tele. And the pickups that came, I'm aware that the new ones, the later models, are not quite the same. But the pickups that came in that guitar were very nice pickups. They were pretty low output. And so I switched them out for the Fender American Vintage pickups. And I literally chose those because I had a brand new set lying around in a desk drawer. And because I worked in a music store and I had all kinds of crap. So, they were an upgrade from the stock pickups, but the stock pickups were pretty damn good. And then I also had another pickup laying around, and I thought, I'm just going to put this thing in here and see how it sounds. So I literally put it in with gaffer's tape a couple of weeks ago, just held it in there so I could hear it. And there's still a puddle of kerosene under there. It's fine. It's totally fine. The room probably smells like kerosene. Like it's probably like the air is shimmery with kerosene, but I can't smell it because of my nose. Whatever. Okay. So anyway, the pickup that's in the neck now is a GFS, which stands for Guitar Fetish. Guitar Fetish Mean 90. So it's a this is in the neck position of the guitar. It's a Mean 90. It's a P90 style humbucker sized pickup, and it's actually really awesome. And it's like 25 bucks. Wait, let's see what they're going for right now. They're super cheap pickups. And I bought a pair for another guitar that I've since gotten rid of. Guitar Fetish. And Guitar Fetish makes a lot of really, like, basically, this is my understanding, and I know we're getting a little long on this, but when you buy a Fender guitar or whatever, and the pickups are made in China, they're Fender pickups. Okay, 37 bucks. 37 bucks is what those pickups are going for. So the Mean 90, true Alnico, fat and loud, blah, blah, blah. That's what's in there. And it sounds really good. And I like the Telecaster neck pickup sound, the stock neck pickup sound, but just wanted a little more, and it delivers. Alex Bush asked Gribbs, I was pleasantly surprised by Half and Half recently. Have you had it? And what are your thoughts? I think that I have had it. You'd have to go back in my videos, which should I do that right now? I'm not going to do that right now. This video is already kind of running, it's getting a little rambly. I think that I have had it and didn't form much of an impression other than I wasn't really impressed. Here's my thing with Cadre tobaccos. And this includes Carter Hall. And you can go back on my channel and watch, by the way, and I did this, I went back and watched my definitive review of Carter Hall. And I think I might need to re-review Carter Hall simply because that was back before I knew how to make a good video. It was really boring to watch that video. But I think Carter Hall is a great tobacco, like a baseline tobacco. Having said that, I almost never smoke Carter Hall because I only get to smoke like once or twice a week. So there's the opportunity cost, and then there's the health risk of smoking a pipe. If I am going to smoke a pipe, I'm going to choose something really good to smoke. And Carter Hall is not really good. It's just good. And I kind of feel that way about all the Cadre tobaccos. There's just not much. There's not much there that would compete against, say, Old Limey Bastard or Squadron Leader or Pirate Cake. However, John Waxaroni, and I think this is our last question, but we'll come back to Alex Bush's question because he then follows up. John Waxaroni, mentioning the Lane 1Q thing. Yeah, I kind of stirred the hornet's nest about that a few videos back. So I'm not a big fan of Lane 1Q, but he says that Lane RLP6, and I think RLP6 is it's a decent tobacco. It has some merits. RLP6, he mixes it 2-to-1 blend, RLP6 and Golden Slice for a beginner or for an all-day puffer, as he says. And he says RLP6 alone has a very nice nutty tobacco follow through, and the Orlik adds a tasty hay and grassy sweetness. I'm gonna have to try this because for many years I smoked an aromatic. It was my only tobacco I smoked. It was called Carolina Home from B&B Tobacconists, and I smoked that, and I'm pretty sure it's just RLP6. And I like Golden Slice, so I'm gonna have to try that. And I'm gonna mix that together, and we're gonna call it the Waxaroni cocktail. Getting back to Alex Bush's question, on a related note and in honor of matches, what do you think about Velvet? I have a giant jug of Velvet. No, I don't. It has been passed along, but I know where it is. I can get some Velvet. I've never tried it. I've never tried it. From the reviews, it doesn't. There again, I'm a snob. This the whole thing. We're all snobs, right? Or otherwise, we would be smoking Marlboros and eating McDonald's burgers and drinking Jack Daniels. I will be the first to admit that if you took a Cadre blend and you put it in a tin that said GL Peace on the side, I'd probably buy it. I wouldn't know the difference. I'd be like, oh yeah, this stuff is amazing. It's balanced with all the flavors of Macedonia and the Pacific Northwest and whatever, man. Most people taste with their eyes, and I'm sure that I'm no different. But I again, as rarely as I get to smoke, and as you are taking a health risk. Opportunity cost, man. Smoke something good. I took some time and didn't look at videos because I was sick, and then I, in preparation for this one, looked at the comments on the video announcing my Pinhole Prince, and y'all, I can't even speak. I'm so humbled. I really appreciate it, and it's really, really cool to have an audience that seems to get what I'm up to, and I mean, it's kind of a weird crossover, pipe smoking and photography, and like outdoor stuff and photography. That it's not like it doesn't make the most sense. You know what I mean? And so I really appreciate you guys following along and actually critically looking at the work. Like a lot of the comments were, it's not just like nice picture, like congrats. It's like people that are really looking at these photos, and I am beside myself with appreciation, actually, because I've had an internet presence, my entire life, right? But I've never had the kind of audience like I have now, and I don't know what, if it's just because it's video and not just photography, or if it's just the YTPC being awesome or whatever, but it's really, really cool. So thank you very much from the bottom of my black, sick, diseased heart. And more to come. I had a little pinhole photography adventure this week, actually, even though I was sick. I thought I was getting better at that point, and I was wrong. That's sad. Anyway, a buddy and I went up to a secret place with a lot of secrets. Can't tell you anything about it, and that's why I didn't make a video. And also, he was like, "Don't put me in your stupid video." So it's kind of not really much point. I gotta tell you though, the hike was it was brutal, and I'm still feeling it. In fact, I think that it probably set me back on my road to recovery. My muscles soaked up all the hydration in my body and made my head even more stuffy, but it was worth it. We had a great day, and I hope that more of that will be coming soon. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to do in the last 10 days or so that I haven't been able to do, and so I'm sorry videos are sparse, but that is that. Haven't finished my scotch yet, mostly because I wasn't paying attention when I poured it. So let's talk about something else. What do we got here? Oh, you know what else pissed me off this week? Another aspect of Metallica pissing me off. The song "My Friend of Misery." I learned this. "My Friend of Misery," which has a beautiful, haunting bass line intro, and then becomes a really kind of stupid song after that. It's on the Black Album. It was originally Jason Newsted's contribution as an instrumental piece to the Metallica canon, because all the albums until the Black Album had an instrumental piece, and so Jason Newsted recorded this amazing bass line and took it to James and Lars, and I assume Bob Rock, who produced the Black Album, and said, here's an idea for this instrumental piece, and they were like, oh yeah, let's put some stupid lyrics over this and it'll sell like hotcakes. No wonder Newsted left the band, right? And so I'm going to make it my next project is sort of looking at Jason Newsted's other work. I know he was with Flotsam and Jetsam. And I'm looking at the songwriting credits right now, and Bob Rock did not have songwriting credits on "My Friend of Misery." So that rests heavily on James and Lars there. And I'm pretty sure James. Those lyrics sound a lot like James Hetfield, just kind of being drunk and not. Anyway, but I did discover, here's an update. I did discover another metal band. A friend of mine recommended the band I Am, and I downloaded their album. Hang on. Album is called Hard to Kill, and those of you who are metalheads out there who were sort of commiserating. This sucks to be sick. You were commiserating with me. Oh, I did the Hetfield thing. Commiserating. Those of you who, like me, are frustrated trying to find good metal bands, you should check them out because I've listened to this album a couple of times now, and it's pretty brutal. That concludes this week's Sunday Antisocial. Thank you for watching, even though I'm not smoking a pipe. I hope you're not either. Don't enjoy yourself out there when I can't enjoy myself. I know that I'm not going to go to sleep tonight until like 3 in the morning, so I'm going to go upstairs and develop some film. And it's going to be, I'm going to drink scotch, stay up late, working in a dark room, just like in college, because that worked out so well the first time. Definitely didn't develop an anxiety disorder. Man, I missed International Pipe Smoking Day this year because I was sick. I didn't send out my International Pipe Smoking Day cards. The International Pipe Smoking Day stockings were not hung by the chimney with care. Care? Yes, care. In hopes that Saint... who's the saint of pipe smoking? Boom! That's it. We're done. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you hopefully soon. Hopefully with a pipe in my face. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind.